Hello, welcome to Spirit Cocktails. I'm your host Pierre. Today we'll be doing a review. This time it's actually going to be on something that's not vodka from Ivanabitch. It's actually their brandy. Now, if anybody's familiar with Ivanabitch, you know they have a ton of different vodkas, different flavors, which one I'm going to actually do a review soon of, which is actually pretty new and is really good if you ever get a chance to try it. But they're not as well known for their brandy or a gin, which is another product that they have. So, and then if any of you are familiar with gin, or not gin, brandy rather, it's more, a lot of times it comes from the cognac region, it's more French related, whereas our whiskey is more grain based in oak barrel. Brandy is more from different fruits. You can use like grapes, strawberries, whatever you like. Just basically it's distilled from that fruit. You ferment it and you distill it, and then you got a whole new product from that, which is keeping a lot of the flavor in there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually probably your standard brandy, which would be grape based, so you should get a lot of grape notes from it. Might as well read this for you. It says, our ancestors tell us that Vladimir Ivanovich was captured in Russia by Napoleon's army during the Great Patriotic War of 1812. Although the French were defeated, they stole one of Russia's great treasure in Vladimir. Using Ivanovich's family skills in distillation, Vladimir soon became known as the region's finest maker of brandy. Now, 200 years later, you can experience the same great taste that impressed the French oh so many years ago. Ivanabitch Brandy, made from grapes. Yeah, it's definitely from grapes. Aged in oak, bottled in Holland. Enjoy. This is from all over the place, but the idea came from France. As I said, France is more brandy than the cognac region, so you get an idea. Now try it out. Let's see how it tastes. It's also a real nice, rich color to it, which you get with most aged spirits. Yeah, and if I messed up the pronunciation, some of the names, I don't speak Russian, so Vladimir sounds about right to me. So I apologize. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a little sugar molecules. You can see how it's kind of dispersing in there. Bit of a syrupiness, which means that's a sweetness of the grape. I tell you. Yeah, it does smell like a very good brandy. It's a very sweet smell to it. You definitely get a bit of the grape smell. It's kind of like the bitter part of the grape. I don't know if you ever took a grape and you ate closer to the point where it's on the stem. That's actually the part that's a little more bitter. That's kind of the smell it's giving you. But it's definitely sweet. Try it out. Smooth, nice sweet flavor to it. You definitely get the concept of a grape in it. And this is 40% alcohol, which most spirits, most brandies, and all that stuff usually is about 40%. There's really not many. That's like your baseline for pretty much almost all spirits, 40%. Because it makes it more palatable, something if you want to actually enjoy by itself. I say about 35% is always good for enjoying by itself. That's when you add a little bit of water to it, put it over ice. That's going to drop the ABV just enough to make it palatable. That's why stuff like this, if you want to enjoy this straight, which is what I suggest to have brandy is straight, you can do it in cocktails, but brandy is always good by itself. It's whatever ice, it'll drop it just enough, bring out all them aromas, the different scents, the flavors, depending on what it's distilled with. In this case, grape, and it makes it very enjoyable. You can definitely get a little bit of the buttery taste of it. Most aged spirits or anything that's like aged in oak barrels, one of the natural release agents that you get with anything that's aged is you get a bit of a buttery flavor because it's kind of like a vanilla, because it releases a chemical called vanillin or vanillin that actually comes from the aging process. Not sure if that's just a natural release or if that's the alcohol or the sugars reacting with the different chemicals that are inside the wood itself, but it's a release that you get with it. That's one thing that's better about aged products is you get your baseline. You get the base flavor that you normally would get, like the grape. That's from the standard unaged flavor. Then you take it and you age it. It brings out all them different flavors, helps accentuate the different notes that you normally get from it by itself, but also add a lot of more different notes to it and different flavors. That's why if you ever have a good whiskey, pretty much almost all whiskeys are like dark and aged. You have a couple of, like the Ghost, which is white, but it's actually still pretty potent. Now, this is actually really good though. I figure mix that with a little bit of grape juice, add like a little bit of triple sec to it to help balance it out, and you have a nice cocktail. Alright, it's something that's really good to try out. Definitely suggest if you can get this, try it out. I know it's not as well known. I did not know of this or their gin product until I checked out the webpage and I contacted one of the owners, and I said I'd like to try it out, and they sent it to me, and I'm actually really glad they sent it because it's really good. So definitely suggest look this up. I'm going to put a link below to their webpage. You can find out more info on their products and different things like that. The last time I checked the Ivanabitch page, I didn't really see much for this. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and put that below so that way you can go directly to the info on these to find out more about their product. But definitely it's something to look into getting. And it's really good flavor-wise. It's actually one of the better brandies I ever had. So, hope you enjoy this. Like us on Facebook.com/spiritcocktails. You check out www.spiritcocktails.tv. That'll bring it directly to our YouTube page. Definitely subscribe. Watch the many videos we have. Go back to Facebook and watch the plethora of cocktails that we have using different products. I'm going to be down the road. I'm going to create a couple cocktails using their product to promote it, so that you see more its uses and what it can be used in to help balance out the flavor a little bit more. And hope you enjoy this, and as always, drink responsibly.